Hey fam, welcome back. Hopefully you're doing good and having a great day. If you're not, please let me know what I can do to help you. Until then, I've got a video here from SCHLEP himself. Put out a video a few hours ago, so let's see what he's got to say.
Roblox isn't a place where we filter all the text and the voice, where we monitor for critical harms, where there's no image sharing or any of the things that might happen from that.
I want to start off by saying that we all want to keep Roblox safe. We share this view, and we know that there's members of our community who feel strongly about that too. And you know what? We welcome them as part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer.
I want to highlight we have always had safety as one of our top priorities, and we're not waiting for the law or legislation. We've innovated with age estimation on our own because we want to keep people on our platform.
This whole situation is kind of crazy.
Everybody go donate to this boy SCHLEP.
This is probably the worst decision this company has ever made.
Hashtag free SCHLEP on God. Yeah, they actually need SCHLEP.
I'm wishing SCHLEP the best.
Roblox, you need to do something.
There's got to be something done.
Nobody at Roblox listens to us. I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated.
Why should we support a platform that is taking steps to prevent predators from getting caught?
I love to see pretty much everyone on SCHLEP's side. I love to see it. What I would love to see more is if Roblox is no more. That's what I would love to see.
Roblox has just lost $12 billion in market value following their response to their cease and desist letter against me. Just for context, I'm someone who's gotten 6 predators within their community arrested in real life. That loss, though, isn't on me. It's a direct result of Roblox's own response to its child safety crisis. Instead of addressing the real issues, Roblox has doubled, tripled, even quadrupled down. They've put out statements after statements painting me and my team as reckless vigilantes while claiming that their platform is safe, when it absolutely is not. People are just seeing through this, and that's why a huge movement has started online called Free SCHLEP. It's been trending everywhere. Multiple members of Congress have now called out the company's child abuse problem, and the Attorney General of Louisiana has filed a giant lawsuit against the company for, and I quote, prioritizing user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. The day after...
That's exactly what they're doing, because they're not even banning these guys after they get caught.
The Attorney General's lawsuit was filed, Roblox's market value dropped by $12 billion. In response, the company scrambled to roll out new policies targeting the very not safe for work games featured in the lawsuit and my videos, like for instance bathroom simulators. Mind you, the community has been calling out these games for years now, but still, even after everything, instead of removing these blatantly inappropriate experiences, Roblox simply slapped a 17+ label on them. They also launched a ban wave against some of the worst games they've knowingly hosted for years. Games that have led thousands of children to getting extorted, and worse. Roblox's actions are nothing more than damage control for the problems they've allowed to fester, when the entire community was screaming at them to fix these problems. And the community saw that killing the messenger was an act of war.
It was.
Shortly after these changes, Roblox released a video so bad that it was community noted on Twitter twice. David Bazuki,
Because, goddamn, that motherfucker's evil. It's not just war that they declared on SCHLEP. It's war on all of us. Obviously, because most of us are standing with SCHLEP. And it's all to protect children. Those who stand against SCHLEP, we can tell who you are.
the CEO of Roblox, Matt Kaufman, the Chief Safety Officer of Roblox,
Jail.
and Eliza Jacobs, the Senior Director of
Jail.
Product Policy, did a 45-minute tech talk. Most of this is just corporate jumbo, but they go ahead and respond
All three of them.
directly to
Jail.
their vigilante policy. Before I show this, I want you to
Prison.
remember, I'm the only person that Roblox has targeted with this vigilante policy that they just created. Not even my team was moderated or given any legal letter. I begged for a clear line and even offered to keep much of my work private to help, and I'm no way obligated to do that, but instead, they went straight after me, moderating my accounts and sending a cease and desist before I could even react to the policy. And let's be clear about one thing. I'm not a vigilante. That means I'm taking the law into my own hands. We work with law enforcement, which is why we have arrests. Roblox refuses to say my name because they'd have to acknowledge those arrests. But make no mistake, they're responding to the outrage, which is about me, and this is what they had to say about it. They first start off the interview by talking about how vigilantes started out as a good thing.
Both inside of Roblox, and I think that there are lots of people outside of Roblox who really have
This motherfucker
the
looks
best
disgusting.
intentions and the welfare of our community at heart. We all want to keep
Buck-tooth
Roblox
fuck.
safe. And you know what? We welcome them in part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer. And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And you know, we paid really careful attention.
This statement is just laughably hilarious. If Roblox is really paying attention, then what about when my mom emailed you guys about my own shooting case? What did you do then? Nothing. Actually, you kept paying the guy for years afterwards, until you were literally forced to do something about it. If what Roblox was claiming was actually true, them listening to the community, why are the biggest content creators leaving your exclusive YouTuber program in protest of how you're moderating your platform? And I'm gonna actually bring up something later in this interview to show you how much of a joke this is. This here is Meep City, one of the most controversial games on Roblox. Creecraft, one of the largest Roblox YouTubers, joined this game and within 4 seconds was exposed to not safe for work content. The community has been complaining about this game for almost a decade now, but Roblox has still continued to leave this game up and platform it. CEO David Baszucki mentions this game by name, and here's their philosophy on this.
You know, I can see some of our community naming experiences on Roblox and just say, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'd say examples could be Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
How is this a crazy math problem? This is so simple. The creator of this game wants these people in their game. How is this even controversial? The developer is giving the tools to the player to make this inappropriate content. And that is the problem with Roblox. Roblox turns a blind eye unless the developers are blatantly making not safe for work games. And even then, it is still on the line if Roblox will take action. Roblox might have just went back on their word regarding Meep City. This game had every inappropriate feature removed from it pretty much overnight. It's unknown if Roblox made Alex Neutron, the creator of Meep City, do this, but either way, it shows the public pressure is working. Games that Roblox is doubling down on are folding, so that's why it's really important.
The only way that we ever get anything done is if the public maintains pressure on whatever entity is doing the wrong. That's the only way. We, the people, have the power. For some reason, that has left our minds. Understandably so, because we've been conditioned to follow in lockstep and incentivized to stay in lockstep, because anyone that steps outside of that line, obviously, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. So why not just all of us become the nail that sticks up? They can't hammer us all down. There is power in numbers. And so when they can't stop us because we are too many and too loud, then they'll be forced to do something, which they should have done all along. But we got to do what we got to do, right? We got to hold them accountable. And that's how we do it.
To keep speaking up about this.
Then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies. And so let me explain what that means. They would go and
Well, you mean your arbitrary policies? You mean the policies that you make to keep someone off of a platform right after you ban them? Go f*** yourself.
create accounts on Roblox,
you stupid
claiming
piece of
to
shit.
be a child.
Roblox keeps repeating this same talking point, that I'm impersonating and pretending to be a child. But here's the reality. You have to pretend to be a child because if the predators knew they were talking to an adult, that wouldn't even be a crime. You guys seem to be more upset that I'm pretending to be a child than predators are decoys. And if it wasn't our decoys, it would be a real person. It's also worth noting that the FBI, ICAC, and local law enforcement all use these same exact tactics. Would Roblox be willing to send them a cease and desist too? And their claim that I'm in...
That's the same point I made, I believe, a couple of videos ago. Law enforcement does the same thing. Are you then going to be a headache for them? No, of course not. Of course not. There's a reason why you're doing what you're doing against SCHLEP. There's a reason why you sent out that cease and desist letter. I want to know who you're protecting. I want to know who. And I'm sure that most people are asking that same question.
impersonating children is flat out false. Impersonation means I'm stealing the identity of a real child. From the very beginning, we've never used real kids. We don't send pictures of real children, and we create totally new identities where every single photo that's sent is of someone that is of age. The only difference is we tell these people that we are underage. This is flat out a lie, what they're claiming. But what happens next is so wild that the CEO of Roblox cuts off the chief safety officer.
And then they would enter into game servers and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were,
Dude, you can tell. You can tell this guy's reading off of a fucking script. You can tell. Look at the way his eyes are moving. Focus. Watch his eyes.
Chief safety officer.
Watch his eyes.
And then they would enter into
Look at his eyes, how they're moving back
and they
and
would
forth.
go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out.
You make it so fucking obvious that it's this scripted. Oh man, you guys are pieces of shit. Oh, you guys are pieces of shit. I cannot wait until you guys get criminal charges. You shark tooth, drug addicted, paper mache built looking motherfucker. I hope the law throws the goddamn book at you and your fucking crony friends.
If you said that you were, move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations, and they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox and historical records. Are you able to kind of...
David totally derails that conversation. That statement is probably the most wild made by Matt Kaufman in this whole interview. To simulate what, Matt Kaufman? Because it's not simulation. These are predators thinking that they're talking to someone that is real, and they a lot of times want to show up in person and do stuff to them in real life. And in my opinion, this shows how little Roblox actually cares about this problem. They can say whatever they want. They can talk about all the new safety features that they're rolling out, but it means nothing if lawsuits.
The fact that people have been complaining about the same shit for over 10 years and they haven't done anything about it until they get so much attention, so much pressure from the public is so telling about the company in general. That's all you really need to know about the company. Everything else is just the cherry on top.
Are being filed every single week against the company, and headlines are making the media about a new horrible situation happening because of this platform. I also want to say how they totally mischaracterize how I run my decoy operation. We are never the first to engage with any of the predators. They always contact our decoy account first.
So we saw these actors, they're pretending to be kids, they're trying to find adults, and then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring and policies that Roblox has. And then,
oh my god, you are so fucking pathetic, you piece of shit. You are so fucking pathetic. I didn't watch this because I didn't want to waste my time on even acknowledging that these people breathe. But now that we're sitting here and this is on SCHLEP's video, of course I want to support him and suffer through the sheer agony of looking into these people's eyes. But goddamn, dude, this is some evil fucking shit. The gaslighting, the manipulation coming from these evil, degenerate motherfuckers. Oh, holy shit. This isn't PR. PR would be gaslighting, yeah, and manipulation, right? But they would be cooperating with SCHLEP. They outright banned SCHLEP, and they are protecting someone within the community. Who they're protecting, I don't know, and I would imagine this is a bigger issue than just Roblox. So, like I was saying earlier, this may be just another Pizzagate. Could be. I don't know. I'm putting my conspiracy theorist hat on and just doing some thinking, doing some critical thinking, because God forbid you fucking do that today, straight to jail.
they were using that activity that happened on other platforms to create situations that they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
Roblox is accusing me of encouraging adults to talk inappropriately to people they shouldn't. That is not true, and if it was true, I wouldn't have a single arrest. We present ourselves as a naive kid who doesn't know about these topics. Crimes like this should obviously be reported to law enforcement first, not Roblox. If Roblox is notified before the police, they can delete accounts, tip off the predators that are being investigated, and give them a chance to erase valuable evidence that the police need to prosecute. The fact that these predators are on the platform to begin with shows that their safety systems have failed. If Roblox did their jobs, there wouldn't be anybody for us to find. Roblox also claims that I'm moving these players to other platforms, but those platforms are linked directly on Roblox's own site. Roblox has actually even partnered with some of those platforms. They even own a bot on that other platform. Anyone can make an account 13 plus and see social media links on Roblox, and unsurprisingly, people in real life have been abducted because of this feature that Roblox allows. And when they say I'm creating these situations,
hang on, let's go back.
Life have been abducted because of this.
New Jersey man sentenced to 15 years in federal prison after online and transporting her across state lines. Oh, I remember this story. Yeah, so this guy had paid an Uber for a cupcake to go across state lines where he then... And what's wild is that he only got 15 years. You have people who steal from convenience stores, and they get 20, 25 years. This guy actively harmed a child. He should get the wood chipper. He should absolutely get the wood chipper.
This feature that Roblox allows. And when they say I'm creating these situations, that's just insulting. I'm not creating situations. These predators are trying to grab people within your community.
And there's a bunch of issues in here. Number one, the violation of our policies.
Mind me being younger. No, not really.
The vast majority of those people were not responding to those engagements, and frankly, were harmed in that process.
I'm gonna show you this predator I caught. I sent a message in the chat, and I got this guy messaging me.
Yes, okay, how old are you? I ask him back how old he is, and he says he's older than 18. I tell him I'm years old. Do you mind me being younger? No, not really. If you can keep it a secret between us, though. And he does Predator Strat 101. He asked for my Snap or Discord. And the reason why he's asking for Snap is because the messages delete. I tell him Discord, and I get on Discord with him, and the messages begin right away.
Throughout that entire process, where did I harm anyone? Because the real harm was Roblox letting this game exist on their platform for years. It only disappeared after Hindenburg, an investment research firm, went ahead and exposed Roblox for hosting this experience. And conveniently, it vanished the moment they showcased this predator catch. Notice as well how I wasn't the one to ask for Discord or Snapchat. The predator did. These were the sort of people interacting with our decoys, and so many people are becoming victimized from people exactly like this.
They were normalized.
That's exactly what's happening. So just to reiterate, this is outright play Roblox, and then the predators then prey on their decoy. The predator then guides them to other platforms where they then take things further. That's the way that works. And then after they expose these guys, they give all of the evidence over to law enforcement. And law enforcement has probable cause for a crime that's committed. And so they take it into their own hands. They arrest these guys. And then the prosecutor does their job. Well, supposedly. And so that's how that's supposed to work. And that's how that has been working. Obviously, because it's led to 6 arrests. And then these evil pieces of shit double down, triple, and quadruple down. Fuck these people, man. So if anyone tells you that SCHLEP or OMA, Skeeter, any of the other guys are vigilantes, they hand it over to law enforcement. They let law enforcement deal with it. A vigilante would take justice into their own hands. You don't see Skeeter, OMA, SCHLEP. You don't see these guys beating up these guys that they catch. Why? Because they know better. They know the laws, and they're acting within the confines of the law.
Do a lot of crime and investigative reporting. Our Takedown series, which exposes predators trying to exploit children online. And we also work on a number of documentaries, including this particular project, exposing the sort of thing that goes on Roblox.
I wanted to ask you about some of the comments that Roblox has specifically stated about like predator catching. One of the main complaints is pretending to be a child. I want to know your answer. It's kind of obvious, but the importance of using decoy accounts to just find different predators.
We could do it without using decoy accounts. In the very beginning, we had an online watchdog group, Perverted Justice, do that work, and now, and for the last several years, it's been members of law enforcement who have posed as children online, merely sitting in one of these areas, and they wait to be approached by somebody who is seeking to exploit children. And then the conversation takes place. It all happens according to the law, and then that gets turned over. Now, I understand that anytime somebody is not with law enforcement, it gives pause to a corporation. It's like, okay, here's this kid. We don't know whether he's following the rules properly. We don't know if he's running this by a lawyer. Maybe you could argue that they just don't want that sort of activity on their platform. But you think they'd be more worried about the activity that you're exposing.
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time.
Let's worry about that, number one, and then you can have a conversation with young SCHLEP. I mean, if I were the CEO of Roblox, I would make you an ambassador for security. I would get out in front of this thing and do what would be a fantastic promotional move. I'm a little dumbfounded that they haven't figured it out, given that these guys are in the high-tech world who invented this stuff in some ways. Why don't they get ahead of it and get a young guy on their team?
Because they profit off of who they keep on the fucking platform. We already know the answers. These are just rhetorical questions. And so let's kind of skip forward here just so we're not making this video super long.
Actors, and the first official contact I had with them was the cease and desist letter.
It's horrible from a public image standpoint. I mean, you're killing the messenger, right? It's not like you're out there tracking these guys down with, tasers and smoke guns. I mean, you're providing information to the platform to do something about it.
One of the major complaints that Roblox had about me was that I was actually going to law enforcement first before sending their report, just so that they would have a start to finish conversation of everything that took place. Did you guys ever reach out to social media sites before this sting goes down?
No, we always go to law enforcement. We work with law enforcement in everything we do. And that is to ensure a successful prosecution. That's why the prosecution rate in these states is, like 99.1%. It's law enforcement.
Why in the fuck would you go to the platform first of all? No. You make your report with law enforcement first, and then everything else later. Dude, these guys are some evil fucking people, man. They want the evidence first so that they can terminate everything. Exactly what was said earlier, so that they can protect these people who are using their platform. This is corporate America at its finest. Jesus Christ.
First, then they can deal with the corporation. The corporation should be more concerned about reporting what it finds to law enforcement to investigate.
I'm going to read to you a quote from Roblox's corporate blog describing our operations. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate actively approach users and then try to lead them onto different platforms to have explicit conversations. We obviously do not talk to these predators. We don't impersonate real children. Our decoys are, adults.
Well, I think if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, that's wrong. Based upon what you've said to me, you don't actively bait these guys in terms of making the first approach. You merely set up a profile as somebody who's underage, and you exist in that room until an adult approaches one of your decoys. Then if conversation takes place, they get exposed, and that information gets turned over to law enforcement. And in many cases, they do something, and then you report that both on your platform as a citizen journalist, a young guy working on these stories, and to Roblox to take action as a corporate citizen.
I thought it was kind of wild how they compared what we're doing to actual predators.
Well, if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, yeah, that's horrible. This entire project is going to be healthy for Roblox, and it's going to be especially good for users, and all the way over in England. And so we interviewed that victim's mother, and all of a sudden all these cases started developing, including the lawsuit by the Attorney General in Louisiana.
That's interesting you mentioned Florida, because we got an arrest there. We got it in Polk County, and it was a guy who possessed.
Polk County, as you know, is where Sheriff Grady Judd is, and they're very active in this space.
Oh, yeah.
We do work with them as well. First of all, it breaks my heart, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this as a younger guy on this particular platform. The fact
SCHLEP, I can relate a little bit, man. And, my heart goes out to all of those victims. Any victim of this predatory behavior, I may have not got the worst of being preyed on, but I was still preyed on, and it's exactly why I hate PDF files. Exactly why I hate them. And all the more reason why I love what these guys do. Keep it up, SCHLEP. Keep it up. I got your back, man. I really do. I know most of the world does. So, you're doing good, man. Roblox, gonna get banned here soon, hopefully. these people in jail for enabling this predatory behavior. Allegedly. Everything I say about these guys, allegedly. Just so I don't get sued. I'm fucking real, man.
That you were bullied and preyed upon and advantage of, and that it went to the extent it did. It breaks my heart. The ability to infiltrate this world, because we've been doing it for 21 years, first with To Catch a Predator, and for the last 2.5 years at True Blue, our streaming crime network, with Takedown. So we know how to do this and work with law enforcement. Now, a lot of people can go out and do this stuff independently, but here you are, a good example of somebody who has done the work and given it to law enforcement. And that's the key here, because if you expose these guys and make fun of them and do a Borat kind of thing, like some other content creators, they often don't face the consequences. They don't have to register as a offender. They don't get prosecuted.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, too, a lot of the reason why I have to make this content is because we reach out to Roblox. We give them the emails. We give them all the information.
I have a different opinion on that. Listen, I absolutely applaud them getting prosecuted, having to register on the list as well. I don't condone what the other content creators are doing, but I understand it.
Don't respond until after we publish a video that gets millions of views on YouTube. It makes me concerned, because if we're getting that, what are real victims getting?
Look, I understand a little bit Roblox situation here. What they're trying to do is follow the protocol. When they see something, they're mandated to report that to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which then refers it to law enforcement. And that's good, and they should be doing that. But why they wouldn't also take advantage of information given to them, wrapped with a bow around it, as you have done, it's stunning to me that they wouldn't see the opportunity here to be an ally of yours as opposed to somebody who they're making an example of and saying,
oh, for sure,
the rules, banning you. I don't understand that from a corporate citizen.
Featured on this channel. Chris Hansen is flying me out soon to actually feature in his Roblox documentary about exploitation. With everything that we've learned so far, one question persists. Why did I get this cease and desist? I'll let this alleged former Roblox employee answer this question for you.
You have to make a decision, right? You keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform. Or you just let them do what they want to do, and then all the numbers look good, and investors will be happy.
You might just be thinking this is one alleged Roblox employee. Well, Bloomberg is claiming that 8 Roblox employees told a very similar story to this in 2024. Roblox actively forces victims of the platform into arbitration, a tactic so unethical that platforms like Uber and Lyft actually have policies against doing this. The reason they're doing it is even more outrageous. Because this person received so many benefits from using the platform, he cannot now complain that Roblox is trying to prevent him from seeking justice in court for the life-altering harm he suffered. Here's why I personally care so much about this problem.
Who's been offered free Robux to do something that was inappropriate in the game? Or someone has said, I'll give you some free Robux if you come and follow me on Snapchat or TikTok or something like that. Who's had that happen? Okay, loads of you.
I've seen a lot of corruption in big tech, but I've never seen a company harm this many young people at the scale Roblox has. They can say whatever.
That angers me to no avail. And these kids, man, these kids just have no idea. They know it's wrong, but they don't understand how wrong. Oh, man. My heart breaks for these kids, man.
Whatever they want about safety or try to discredit me, but the arrests and their response to those arrests speak louder than any PR statement that they could possibly make. This isn't just about moderation. The rot goes all the way up to the CEO, a man whose vision includes adding dating to this platform and defending predatory games like Meep City. It's not even negligence, it's his literal philosophy. The narrative around Roblox needs to change. People have to understand what this platform actually is. Share what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then that's why it has to go, because it is exactly how it is. Roblox needs to go. Ban Roblox. Ban Roblox. There needs to be a new hashtag, and that hashtag needs to be ban Roblox. Right beside free SCHLEP should also be ban Roblox. So that's what we should be doing. All right, let's read some of the comments, guys. Daily reminder, Roblox is willing to lose billions of dollars to protect... Yep, exactly. Exactly. David's probably having a rough week. I don't care. I hope he has a rough life. Because you deserve it, you motherfucker. One man was banned. Billions was lost. Peak. Well, that one man is more than likely going to be the downfall of Roblox, so hopefully that's the case. I bet your dad is the CEO of Roblox is now a valid insult. Yes, it is. 100%. 100%. How could Roblox fumble this bad, bro? Come on. Dude, they've been fumbling for years now, bro. And we're starting to get an idea of just how bad they are fumbling and how far they have fumbled for years. Absolutely. I want to highlight this right here. Yes, pretty much the whole internet is behind you, SCHLEP. If there's anything that you need from me and our home on YouTube, please reach out. I'll be more than happy to do whatever I can for you, as well as the other pred catchers. So we're all in this together, man. All in this together. All right, let's read one more. Oh, Gideon. Let's see what Gideon says. Roblox, we're taking you to court for catching bad guys. Us. Objection. Wait. You are the bad guy. It's like that Spider-Man meme. Oh, shit. All right. Well, all right, guys. If you want to watch the full video, I'm going to go ahead and link it down in the description below. If this really helped you out, please like, share, subscribe. Join the family, guys. I would love to have you join us on the journey of changing the society for the better. We got to protect our kids. We have to. And so changing the society starts with us. So please join the journey. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys are thinking, what's on your minds. Do you guys happen to have any information that you would like to share with me? And if you guys would like to do an interview with me about your experience on Roblox, please reach out. I'll be more than happy to help any way that I can. So I'm always here. Just reach out. Please remember to take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Take care of each other. If you need me for anything, please reach out. I'm always here. I wish you all a lovely day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.